Hello guys and welcome to another Mellow Motors video. Today we're racing the Chevrolet Impala, and without any further ado, let's get into it. This race is brought to you by your likes and your subscriptions at the Panoramica Sprint. Without any further ado guys, let's get racing here at the Panoramica Sprint. This sprint is entirely based within the tight streets of the town in this map, which I do not know the name of. But we had a good start here, of course, except we're going to be pushed into the wall and then, unceremoniously just be pushed around and shoved around until we manage to, get pointing in the right direction. But that wasn't a win, of course, so we're going to try again, this time starting in last place. Last place might seem like a horrible place to start, but in Forza, it means you can manage the start a little better and have a little bit more of a guarantee that you're going to survive the first turn chaos. So here I just won about, 6 positions, just because I waited for people to make a mess and breezed right past them. But anyway, here we are, 10% of the race done. This is actually a pretty long race as we get past these two AI, getting a little bit of a mess there. And this guy had telling me to show him his moves, so we're gonna toss it down the inside of this guy, and as they were getting messed up ahead, we're just gonna overtake both of them on the grass. And how's that for some moves, man? 3 positions in 1 turn and a straight. So that puts us up in 3rd position, and going a little bit deep there, I'm putting it kind of on the wall, to be honest. But we're in 2nd place here, and we have quite some room to catch up to the leader. But it looks like he made a mistake on the apex there. But there's plenty of track to go still, so there's plenty of advantage for him to gain and for myself to gain if I don't get shoved into the wall repeatedly like this guy did. And he's gonna hit me again because sportsmanship is a thing in Forza. At least that's what I was told. Loving community, I think that's what the marketing says, right? But loving sometimes is, I guess, passionate, touchy, I guess you can say. But anyway, up through the hill here, having a better run up than the leader, and I'm actually going to be able to catch up to him nicely here and perhaps make a move down the inside here. Doesn't materialize on the entry, but on the exit I do have a better exit and able to put it side by side here. But on the exit here, this off camber turn, I just make a mess of it, go into the wall, but so does the leader, so I get actually kind of ahead of him for a second there. But we're trying to hold on, but he pushes us onto the props there, which actually make you lose speed. So thank you, no thank you. And all the time we're fighting there, we're losing time, so hopefully that won't make people jump down the inside and shove me wide, as I was supposed to earn a position there because 1st place made a mistake. I actually lose one because 3rd place just came right by us, and that's the guy that actually told us to show him our moves, and that looks like the kind of moves this guy's got. Kids, I don't want you to take that as an example, because that's not a good example. But anyway, onto the last sector of the track here. We are pretty close, but my car has a major deficiency, which is the straights. I purposefully grabbed the lowest ranking car in the class for this trial to go all out on the steering and handling upgrades, but I didn't literally put any power in it. So I'm not able to catch up, and I crossed the line here behind the guy that shoved us, sadly. But that will be 3rd place for us. Moving on then to greener pastures, I hope, the Riviera Sprint that is brought to you by your likes and your subscriptions. Now, you know how I was just saying that my car has pretty much no straight line speed? Well, the problem with this circuit is that the second half here you can see is pretty much just straights. You can tell here I'm in 2nd place. 1st place made a big mistake on the braking zone there, but now for pretty much the entirety of the lap, it's just going to be really long straights. And as you can see, he's able to slowly get an advantage for me. So I think I just have like 10 kilometers per hour lacking down the straight here. So it was actually pretty difficult to be competitive in comparison to other upgraded cars for the C-Class, because even though I did upgrade hell out of this car, I did not put any power upgrades So going up the hill here, you can see I'm actually losing speed. And as much as I do well on their braking, when if the guy doesn't make a huge mistake or you know, has a bad tune or something, I'm really not going to be able to make a difference in the straights. But it's going to take quite a big mistake from this guy for me to lose. But let's see if we're going to be able to make it here, because as you can see, this race, I think, was these last two races felt pretty long, but it's not because of their distance necessarily. It's just because the cars in the class were just so underpowered. We're gonna speed a little bit ahead here so you guys don't have to hear me rambling too much. Just because these cars are so underpowered, it just took so long for these races to end. And when you were second place like this, just waiting for the thing to end, it's not too fun. But as ever, we are here to win, so we're gonna try again at the Riviera Sprint, starting from last place again. It does really seem like starting from last place is actually an advantage here on Forza, because you can just manage the first couple of turns chaos. We do get a better start than second to last place there, taking his position. There's an AI dancing about already, and you can see ahead people are running into the wall. By people I mean like myself, but people are pushing themselves off the track here, down to the first braking zone. Unfortunately, this turn is pretty wide, so we are able to hold down the inside. Now this time really everyone goes to the wall, and the guys ahead of me here are actually gonna get a little feisty, a little too feisty here, trying to take each other out of the checkpoint. And it's all fun and games here until you see a car flipping. And now I have to contend with racing with this absolute maniac who just made a car flip. I've never seen a car flip like that in Forza. Okay, maybe I just haven't spent enough time in the Forza lobbies, but all I know is it's just better not to go around the outside of this guy. So I had to brake there, lose a position, but we're sticking right behind. And actually, it looks like first place is not too far ahead. Well, he's quite some ways ahead, but not too far ahead, and that we're actually be able to keep up with the pack. Like going down the hill here, often it would already be like, oh, if this is the position I'm in right now, this is the position I'm going to keep. But everybody here makes a bit of a mess, including myself, onto the braking zone. So we gain one position, and the leader is right up ahead. Actually, we couldn't see him before, and now we have a good vantage point. And what it looks like to me here, we actually did race the Buick Riviera. And what it looks like to me is that these guys are racing the stock car, because otherwise these guys would be pulling off already. And you know, the guy ahead of us keeps murdering people, so we're just earning free positions from him basically. But up the hill here, you can see he's not driving away too much. He is able to maintain an advantage, but to me it's much better to maintain an advantage than to watch it just grow and grow and grow. Because as we make it to the braking zone here, we can see first place right up ahead as well as second place. So this battle for second place just became a battle for first. But we do have this assassin ahead of us that we're gonna have to be very cautious on how we overtake him. You see, we get a good run up on him here, but he blocks us, so we're not able to make it here. And I'm not going to be daring at all with this guy, because I just know he's going to take me out in the earliest opportunity. But actually, he goes very wide over here, which gives me the inside line. I make the overtake happen without much stress, and there is a first position. Let's see here. Keep an eye on him. Let's see if he's actually gaining ground on me. And he does look like he's getting a little bit of ground on me, but again, the other cars, they would just fly off into the distance, and there's always the chance of him making a mistake. Third place here, right up the back of me, so I have to keep it clean as well, not to lose the position I have earned. But it looks like here, first place is having a bad couple of turns here, making a mess of it, which is allowing me to catch up to him onto the last couple of corners. And over here into the last corner, he actually runs into the wall, which is going to allow us, open the door for us to go down the inside through the final straight here. We're first place then. Mellow Motors takes first position in the last quarter of the race to win the Riviera Sprint. So that will be all we have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you liked it, do leave that like button below and do subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I hope to see you on the next one.